Hey everyone! It's been so long since it's been a month since I've done this, and I almost got a little nervous before I hit start live. Hi, welcome to McKellar Motivational Monday. My name is Danica McKellar, and I love doing these Monday talks with you guys, and it's been a long time. It's been a month. It just feels so weird. I took a 3-week social media break, but that's a full 3 weeks. So on either side of that, you end up with like a month of not doing anything if it's always on a Monday, which it is. Hence the name, McKellar Motivational Monday. Thanks. So where are you guys all watching from? There's I feel like Instagram has changed since I left. There's like a thing called like question buttons, and I don't even know what that is. Right now I'm on Facebook, Periscope, and Instagram Live. Try to hit you guys all up. Oh, thank you for my happy belated birthday wishes. So yeah, where are you watching? So Austin, Texas, California. Where are you guys watching from here on Instagram? It's funny, Periscope is always the fastest. It's always the fastest at getting, like, if I ask a question, people are, like, answering. But there's a delay. There's, like, a 30-second delay on Facebook. It has been forever, Jake. I completely agree. Tim, North Carolina, nice. South Africa, that is awesome. Texas, Tennessee, New York, Boston. Very cool. Far out. I like that name. Upland, California. I did a play in Upland years ago. It was Greece. I played Rizzo in Greece, which was so much fun. Cleveland, Illinois, Daytona, Florida, South Jersey, Alabama, Ohio. This is why I love this so much, because we're all over the place and we get to talk yet. Like we're together, like we're right next to each other. So, okay, I want to talk about recharging. So what is the whole point of my McKellar Motivational Mondays? For those of you who are new, and there are going to be some new people because it's been a while, and social media is nothing if not a revolving door. So, although I do recognize a lot of, hi Larry, I recognize a lot of familiar names. I was going to say faces. I was actually going to say familiar faces. Is that hilarious or what? But yeah, so McKellar Motivational Monday is basically a chance for us to get together and talk about some topic, any topic that is going to make us have a better week, whatever it is. And I can talk to you guys about my social media break, but we're also going to talk about just the benefit of recharging and why it's even important in the first place. Because I think a lot of us, with all the distractions and yes, social media and all of our obligations and things, it's easy to get caught up in everything and just we're like pedal, 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 and then we forget to just coast, you know, go pedal, 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 coast. And like our phones, I mean, how many of you guys are using your phone right now? Probably a lot. And what if you didn't recharge your phone? And you expected it to work just as well? It wouldn't make very much sense. No, it wouldn't. So, it would not make a lot of sense. So, it's important for us to recharge ourselves as well. And so, how many of you, so a lot of you guys, thank you for your birthday messages. Am I like doing this or like doing this? That's a reference to The Wonder Years, an episode where my character was talking about liking somebody or do you like them or do you like them? Because that was like the language of obviously being interested in someone. From Mexico. Very, very cool. I did do the 10-year challenge picture. I did. So I posted that this morning. In fact, it was my first Instagram post since my break. So I found a picture from 2008. So I don't have any pictures from 2009 19, because I have basically been under a rock working on my McKellar math books and hanging out with family. And so I was trying to find 2 pictures that were sort of similar. The only ones I could find from 2008 or 2009 were pictures where I was sort of dressed up or like on a red carpet or something like that. So I was able to, from the pictures from 2008 and 2009, the best ones were going to have to be from 2018, not 2019. It wasn't going to work. So I did a 10-year challenge from 2008 to 2018. 2008 was from my book tour for Kiss My Math, the second math book I ever wrote for middle school. It's for pre-algebra. It's called Kiss My Math, Showing Pre-Algebra Who's Boss. That was 2008, and then my 2018 picture was actually from April. It was a similar pose, kind of like a similar head smile thing going on, and because I think when you pick similar pictures, that's the best for this 10-year challenge, right? And that one was from April, from when I was donating books to a place called My Stuff Bags, which is an organization I just love. I just love what they do for foster kids. They're great people too. So yeah, go check out my 10-year challenge and tell me what you think. Speaking of that, I would say, because I feel like when I look at those 2 pictures, I feel like I look healthier now. And I wasn't unhealthy before, but I feel my diet is so much better. Like I cut out dairy and gluten and all sorts of things now for a few years, ever since I had my child, actually. And plus I got super healthy when I was pregnant because, you know, you are what you eat and your baby is what you eat. So I was eating like really strictly. And then after that, I just kept some of the habits. I kept dairy-free, and I have a little dairy here and there, but not much. Dairy-free, gluten-free, these are things that just aren't as easy for your body to digest and process, and so it ends up aging you faster. I drink a lot of water. So anyway, I think that to me, that's, you know, and I meditate more. There are a lot of things that I've done to improve my lifestyle that I think you can see in my face. If you really look at my face, you can see that I'm like somehow happier, healthier, like doing better somehow. So, anyway, that was my 10-year. How many of you guys actually did the 10-year challenge? Because I saw that some of my friends did it. Yes, pets do help you recharge. So I would love to hear your guys' ideas for recharging. Meditating is something I love. Okay, so a lot of you guys know me from the Hallmark movies, right? Hallmark Channel. So I'm going to guess that a lot of you guys do an abs challenge. Marissa, I keep the sweets to a minimum. I go a little crazier on the holidays, not too bad, because then I won't feel good. But I keep it to a real minimum. Yes, including cheese and butter. Yes. What the heck was I just talking about? I'm so out of practice that I don't remember how to hold one train of thought when I get distracted by a comment that I want to answer. What was I saying about the 10-year challenge? I was asking you something. I don't remember. I'm losing my mind. Oh, recharging. And some of you guys know me from Hallmark Channel. What I was going to say is I've been doing a thing. Do you know how many of you guys know who Lori Loughlin is? You might think it's pronounced Laughlin, but it's actually Loughlin. I think I'm getting that right, yeah. She's on When Calls the Heart, she was on Full House, and she's on Fuller House sometimes. You do, yes. Well, I'm not surprised because she's on Hallmark Channel all the time. Anyway, Lori and I saw each other at the Hallmark Christmas party about a month and a half ago. And we both were talking about how blessed we feel in our lives, but how busy we are and how much we wish we had a chance to just kind of enjoy it more. And Lori goes, okay, how about this? Tomorrow? Because I was like, you know what? I wish I could do more. I just wish I were meditating more. I want to meditate. I meditate like once a week maybe, and I'm not consistent. And I know it's like going to the gym. Like you feel so good afterwards. Like, why don't I do this more? You just don't. So Lori and I, so Lori goes, okay, here's what I want you to do. Tomorrow, we're both going to meditate for 2 minutes. And then the next day, 3 minutes. And then the next day, 4 minutes until we get to that 20-minute mark. And we text each other every time we meditate, and we still do every day. In fact, I meditated earlier and I forgot to text her, but I always do text her. And she texts me back. And it keeps us honest and it keeps us doing it. It's like, it's the buddy system. And it works for any number of things, but it happens to be working right now for me with meditating. And meditating just makes me feel like I have a chance to absorb the experiences that I'm having. Because sometimes I'm on my computer and I'm writing my books and I'm homeschooling my son, and then I'm over here and I'm over there and I'm having meetings at Hallmark, and there's all this stuff going on all the time that I love so much and I'm so grateful for. But, you know, whether the stuff that's going on in your life is good or not, when there's a lot of it, it can be really hard to feel centered and actually feel present. So for me, meditation has been an amazing tool for recharging throughout the day. And then, of course, my social media break was great for recharging. Your 9-year-old daughter is feeling sad and she doesn't know why. I mean, welcome to life, right? Here's a question. How many of you guys have felt sad and you don't know why? You have your students do meditation once a week in your math class? I love that. My math teacher in the 7th grade used to have us meditate for 5 minutes before a math test. And I'm telling you, it made a huge difference. Huge. Meditation buddy. Yes. You felt that way. Yeah, we all feel sad sometimes. I wish I caught the name of the person who wrote that. But your 9-year-old is completely normal. Completely normal. I mean, I was certainly like that as a kid. I would just suddenly feel sad, and sometimes we don't even know why, and we aren't going to know why. But the great thing about a parent is that we can give them comforting hugs and just say, that's okay. You're going to have all these sorts of feelings, especially as the hormones start moving in. You're going to start feeling angry without knowing why, and then sad and frustrated and anxious, and yeah. So anyway, give her a hug and tell her she's completely normal. I do a lot of, so in my first book that I wrote, it's called Math Doesn't Suck. And yes, these are math books, but they're also self-esteem boosting books in disguise and kind of just dealing with being that age. It's for ages 9 to 11, but there are a whole bunch of little tips in there for dealing with life just in general when things can be frustrating. So if you're interested, go check it out. It's called Math Doesn't Suck. And I swear there's all sorts of non-mathy stuff in these books because it's complicated being a kid. It's complicated being a teenager. It really is. I wouldn't go back there. Would any of you go back to being a teenager if you could? I mean, some of you might be teenagers. I realize that. Of course, Leho. Oh, good. 116. She's going to be fine, especially with lots of hugs. And for her knowing that it's normal. That's the thing. We all need to know that we're normal and we're not alone. And it really is true. Yeah, depression can be like that. You're sad and you don't know why. Oh, you love my earrings. Thank you so much. This is Lisa D. Jewelry. They gave me so many wonderful things, and I always post about them. Crystal is doing great. I saw her over the holidays, of course, twice, actually. Do I think... So my good friend Jonathan Bennett is on... He's going to be on Big Brother. I don't know if he'll meditate or not. He might. I have no idea how he's going to... That sounds so crazy. I've been offered Celebrity Big Brother a couple times, and I just can't imagine having somebody... I can't imagine having somebody watch me live during my life. Wait, is this what I'm doing right now? No. But see, I'm in control of it. I'm like, here, we're going to chat for 15, 20 minutes. And then I go back to my life. He's going to have cameras on him all the time. Whatever you got, would you guys, like, I don't know if I got any responses back, and I'm sorry if I wasn't paying attention. I didn't notice if any of you responded about whether you'd go back to being a teenager or not. But would you guys want to do Big Brother if you could? Like, live in a house and be... Like, seems random. Why am I not seeing any comments? Oh, there they are. That's weird. Well, the comments on Instagram are being weird. They're not moving. Now I'm seeing people commenting. Shout out to Zayn NJ, New Jersey, maybe? You would not want to be a teenager again. CD Gray. Yeah, I don't blame you. It sounds horrible. It's so confusing. It's such a confusing time. That's why The Wonder Years was written about that time, because you're so in flux and you're so confused. Yeah, and Big Brother, total invasion of privacy. I mean, Jonathan is awesome. He's going to rock it. He's going to, like, win over everybody. They're all going to love him, but I can't even imagine doing that. You're a teenager currently, Abby, and it's not fun. It gets better. Well, it gets worse before it gets better, but then it gets better. And you know what? I'll tell you something. I know it's a while for some of you guys before you get there, but I'm in my 40s, and I love it. I love my 40s. It is by far my favorite decade. And my dad told me that when he was in his 40s, he said, Danica, this is my favorite decade so far. And I heard that, and I'm so glad I did, because it gave me permission to look forward to my 40s instead of be like, oh no, I'm going to be getting older. No, you get, yeah, wiser, okay, blah, 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 whatever. Yeah, sure you do. But you know what you get? You get more self-confidence, and you get more of a feeling of satisfaction of who you are. And like, you don't have to go out and prove anything to anybody. You don't have to try to get everyone's approval. You get to be okay with who you are and be loving and wonderful towards people and be contributory in your society and all the rest of it, but not because you're trying to get approval, because it feels right to you. That's the difference. Depends on if you could go back and you could change anything. That's a really good question. A gasp 50. Right, you don't owe anyone anything, Patrick. Yes. E-Music Cafe, yes. As you get older, you become more of your own person. And it's true, and maybe it's a cliche, but it's actually true. You guys are going to love it. Mark, you're in late 30s. Just wait. You're almost to 40. The 50s aren't bad either, Ron? Good to hear. Yeah, I never asked my dad if he liked his 30s or... He's now in his 60s. I'll have to ask him, how are your 50s, though? Because I just turned 44. So I'm kind of like near that halfway point. It's unbelievable, huh? Time just keeps ticking. You stopped caring what people thought around 35? Good for you. Abby, you're going to be fine. You're going to be good. Write in a journal. Write in a journal or type in your journal. But if you type, I don't know, I feel like somebody could get the file or something. Write your feelings out. Write them down. Give yourself that gift of just 10 minutes of writing. You'd be surprised what comes out. You know what I used to do when I was really having like dark, just mean thoughts, evil thoughts, maybe not that evil, but like stuff that I wasn't proud of? and I wrote this, and I have this as a tip in one of my books. It might be Hot X, Algebra Exposed. Yes, because I talk about irrational numbers in the algebra book, and so I talk about irrational feelings, or feelings that feel irrational. So I give the advice, writing in a journal, that if you are writing something that you never in a billion years would want somebody else to find, it's just too important that nobody ever reads it, then I would write one line and then keep writing over that same line. So you couldn't even read it anymore. But I was getting it out. I was like feeling it, and I was getting out the words, and it was purging that shadow self that we have when we're a teenager. All sorts of hormones are rushing and making us feel things and think things that aren't even really congruous with our personalities, or at least not who we like to think we are. So that could work, Abby. Go try writing over the same line again. Or if it's not that bad and you kind of might want to learn from it later, then write it out and then keep it, which is what I do. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you, Millwriter. It's funny. I love it when people call that movie Love Under the Christmas Table. It's not called Love Under the Christmas Table. It's Love at the Christmas Table. Love Under the Christmas Table just has like this whole other connotation to me. Oh, my pleasure, Kirk. And I saw the tweet of little Caleb. It's so cute in his little chair. I love it. You have all 6 of your childhood diaries and you still write in them, Angie? And I bet you read them and you learn stuff. I have a journal where I wrote a dream that I had, and it was in the 4th grade. And you know how when you first have a dream, you remember it, and then within minutes you've forgotten it? For a little while, I was writing in a journal in the morning when I'd wake up, and I wrote down this one dream. I was at the top of this, I can still see it because I wrote it down. I was at the top of this ski mountain, and there were like lights on either side, and I was super excited about going down the slopes, and I just remember exactly what it looked like because I wrote it down. I mean, I don't know how significant that is, but anyway, I'm a big believer in diary writing, journal writing. Somebody just wrote, and I missed who it was. They said that they loved Christmas at Grand Valley. That was my Christmas movie this year on Hallmark Channel with Dan Lauria. Yes, that was great. Oh my God, I loved working with Dan Lauria. He played the dad on The Wonder Years, for those of you guys who don't know, but he's just such a gift. It's just beautiful soul, and he's so good. He's such a good actor. But he and I, it was so easy to act with him. He's been like a second dad to me for most of my life since I was 12 actually. And so to get to have him play my dad this time was very exciting. You're watching The Wonder Years for the 4th or 5th time, Carrie? Wow. Yes, Winnie and Jack reunite, Carrie. It's true. You dream and you're writing a story out of your dreams? That's cool, Ronnie. Nice. Yes, pink and flower. I think that 44 is young. I mean, I feel good, so that's what matters. That's what my grandmother used to say, even into her 90s. I feel fine. I feel good. I look in the mirror and I say, who is that old lady? I love her so much. She was a wonderful woman. She lived to 99 years old. My next projects, Tom? Well, I'm working on something for Hallmark that I can't really talk about yet, and I'm writing some books. The first half of this year, you're probably not going to see a lot of new product from me. I'm going to be working on stuff. And then the second half of the year, you're going to see stuff. So, but you'll still see me here on social media. Oh, also, I can't believe I didn't mention this. I've mentioned, so, how many of you guys ever saw Young Justice? This is a cartoon that I did for Cartoon Network, like 8 years ago. And we had 2 seasons. I played Miss Martian. And people loved it so much, but Cartoon Network canceled us because we didn't sell enough toys, because the age was a little older than the toys that they would sell. So what happened was the fans were like outraged. The fans wanted the show back so badly, and they would write letters, but nothing happened. Then Netflix put seasons 1 and 2 of Young Justice on Netflix, and it started getting binge watched. I mean, repeated. Like, this is like 2-3 years ago. There's a whole hashtag, binge YJ, I think, or something like that. Anyway, it did so well that Netflix said, okay, we're going to bring back Young Justice for a 3rd season. They went to Warner Brothers and Warner Brothers was like, well, geez, this really is doing huge numbers for you guys. We want it. We're not going to sell it to you. We're not going to make a deal with you to get a 3rd season. So Warner Brothers did it, and they started a DC Universe streaming service. And so Young Justice dropped the first 3 episodes. Why is my car doing that? That's actually better light. Young Justice dropped 3 episodes on January 4th, and then 3 episodes on January 10th. And there went the lights, and I have no idea why any of that happened. And so 3 more this coming Friday, and then 4 more the following Friday, and then another. So that's 13, and then another batch drops in June. It's a really cool, edgy, kind of dark, very grown up series that can only be seen on DC Universe right now, I think. Although I thought I saw it, like, you could buy it on YouTube or something. Anyway, yes, Young Justice is back. It is back. It's as of January 4th, it's back. But I was on a social media break, so I couldn't talk about it. And I've literally been recording these episodes for 2 years. We did it, 2 years ago. Yes, saying Young Justice makes the lights go on and off. Totally, Patrick. So this was really exciting. This is, Lauren, it's not my skincare routine, although there is a moisturizer that I really like. It's eating. I eat super healthy, no dairy. Dairy makes a huge difference for your skin. Huge, and gluten. And I drink a lot of water and nothing else. Yes, my top 5 comments. Hello, Megan. That was, so, okay, my character, Miss Martian, is, by the way, what time is it? I have no way of telling what time it is. Can somebody tell me what time it is? I want to make sure that I'm not running too late. Yes, it is the age of reboots. It is. But this isn't really a reboot. This is just a continuation. I do believe in vision boards. You hate dairy? Dairy is scary. I'm sorry, Nate O'Neill. I do talk quickly. And I get like distracted. Okay, so 55 or 58 at the time. All right, I have a couple more minutes, but not many. Okay, thank you guys. You guys are so great. Thank you for telling me what time it is. Oh, I love you all so much. Thank you. I have not seen Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I have not. Is it good? Anyway, so Miss Martian is a green-skinned alien, but she's really a white-skinned alien. She just has turned her back on that because on Mars, white-skinned aliens are looked down upon as inferior to the green-skinned alien. But since she is a shapeshifter, she can change the way she looks. Now, by season 3, she's embracing her true form, and we're actually seeing her in a way that we've never seen her before in either of the other 2 seasons. So it's pretty neat. It's Young Justice has grown up with its fans, much in the way Harry Potter did. So it's if you guys like that kind of thing, I recommend it. It's a really, really good quality series. The writers did a really, really good job. Thank you, Patrick. So you've been watching it. Awesome. And I think you can also get the first 2 seasons on DC Universe streaming if you don't have Netflix and you want to see it. It's 3 a.m. in Scotland. Thank you, Graham. Thank you. Oh, it's 11 in Nova Scotia. Cool. In the same tribe as Martian, I think I'm his niece, actually. I should be in the upcoming Spider-Gwen movie. I don't even know if that's a real thing or not. Hey, Abraham. I used to do contests on Periscope, and Abraham was my first winner. I still remember that. Lauren, I don't know if it's still on Netflix or not. That's a really good question. It's possible they pulled it and just put it on DC Universe. Is all the cast back? I'm not sure. It's such a big cast, it would be hard for me to say, but I would say the vast majority, yes. And everyone was so happy to see it come back because we all love doing it. Thank you, guys. Aww. So anyway, I should wrap it up. This has been so nice reconnecting with all of you. And remember to recharge. Try meditating. But we talked about journal writing a little bit. I mean, I recommend it. So, and thank you all for the pictures that you've sent me of your kids and my books. I just love it so much. Do not open this math book. I got a lot of pictures. I need to start posting some of them from little kids opening them up like under the tree for Christmas. And I really appreciate it when you guys write Amazon reviews too. It makes such a difference. It really does. My sister is great. Yeah, she's great. She's got 2 little kids. I got to babysit her little boy one night. It's really cool. Anyway. You started journal writing at age 53? Best thing you've ever done? Nice. Well, good night, everybody. Thank you so much, and we'll see you again next week. But find me on Instagram or Twitter, posting away as I will throughout the week, and I'll probably post some things to catch you guys up on some of the stuff that happened while I was on vacation, here and there. But most of all, remember to recharge. We're like phones. We're more like phones than you think, and we need to be recharged. So give yourself a little downtime here and there, away from the distractions of your phones. If you're on your phone, it doesn't count. And I love my social media break. I missed you all, but I recommend taking a break here and there. Makes a big difference. All right. Thank you so much. You are the D Squad. Thank you for watching the Danny Cam. See you soon. Mwah.